Good afternoon, and welcome to this version of the Optimistic Bites. I am Judy Alter, the Optimistic BA, and today I have the man, the myth, the legend, Vince Mirabelli with me. Hi, Vince.
Hi, Judy. I'm not gonna lie. Coming out of that intro music. I was about to say welcome to, and I had to stop
Yeah,
myself.
I'm sure you had a little problem, but
Yeah,
you don't have your raspberry hoodie on, so
I
you
don't. I
couldn't
don't.
say that.
Powerberry. It's Powerberry.
Powerberry, that's right. Okay. But anyway, I always start off my shows talking about either an adventure of where I met one of the top 10 BAs, because I am friends with 7 out of 10, which isn't a bad, percentage.
Not
And
bad.
I recall that I met you at BBC 2019, which
Yes.
is the last time I have seen many of the people. And I was standing in the lobby talking to Jamie, and you came up and she introduced us. Now I know that was the one where you came to BBC, but you were mainly working,
I
so
was. Yes.
I really didn't see you the rest of that week. But I do recall then we were on happy hour with Hawaii. Everybody was giving you crap, so I was giving you crap, and then
Yes.
then you got on a BA cafe, and you hadn't remembered me because
Yes.
you were like, "Who are you?"
This
And
is
I was
why
like,
This is why I'm wiping tears. Like I know this is
"Yeah."
coming.
So yeah, Amy is on the show. Hello, Amy.
Hey,
And
Amy.
yes, that's the year that she almost tackled me in the sponsors area.
Fantastic.
So yes, BBC was 2019 was memorable for many reasons. The rest of them
Yes.
I cannot discuss. But it over the years we have become friends, and I've been on your show, and
Yes.
now you've been on my show, and so very cool. And
Yeah. Uh,
welcome everybody. The comments, feel free to make comments, have discussions. And at the end, there's going to be like 10 minutes for questions for either Vince or I or both of us. And feel free to put them in there. Were you going to
yeah.
say something,
No,
Vince?
I was gonna say like I'm still honored that I'm one of your top 10
Oh,
BAs. Like
right.
it still blows me away that anybody thinks anything of me at all. Like so thank you so much, and I'm thrilled to be here.
Oh, and I appreciate that. I basically wanted to just get some conversation going around business analysis. And so I thought
Mm,
about the top 10, BAs that you should follow. And I started with, the obvious, people. And I kind of used the criteria they had to have their own business, and
sure.
they had to maybe train, speak, that stuff. But they also had to be proponents of IIBA.
Mm,
And that was kind of pretty critical in my eyes.
hmm.
And that's how I got my list. And everybody said yes. So
Fantastic.
only have three more to talk with after yours is over
Fantastic.
today. So real excited and happy to be here. We also have started something. I put a little teaser out there on social media. I was scrolling LinkedIn last week, and my main person, I will not mention names, all of a sudden I see Paula Bell posting something, and it was called a mini bite, and it came
Mm,
from me. I was
mm,
like, oh. So Bianca's making mini bites out of each of the questions, and mini bites are something we will probably continue to do. But I do have to send a little email to all the 10 BAs that asking them if it's okay if we do mini bites. It's the same questions they answered in the show, but that was just kind of funny.
right.
How you go away and your people create something. That's pretty cool. Well, let's get down to the show. Your latest adventure, you're teaching classes on LinkedIn. How is that going? And tell us about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was fortunate enough to get through the screening process, which is intense, more intense than I sort of was expecting, to become an instructor on the LinkedIn Learning platform. So they were looking for someone that did like strategic analysis, enterprise analysis, Jamie, the aforementioned Jamie Champagne, was kind enough to connect me with her people there and say, you should talk to this guy. And so that was really, really cool because, like, you know, they were looking for someone to put a course together. I had, unbeknownst to many people, I had applied to become an instructor twice before that one.
Oh.
And now looking back, looking at my audition tape, it was terrible. Like, it was just, it was, I wouldn't have hired me. But at the time, I thought, this is good, man. This is it. No, it was terrible. But yeah, so it just it was very serendipitous. The timing worked out, and they were looking for someone that taught, you know, what I do. And so, you know, just it just worked out. And then since then, um, it's just sort of snowballed. So I've recorded a second course about a month ago. That I don't know I can't tell you the title. I can't tell you but it's my magnum opus.
Mm.
And that should be out, you know, soon. I'm working on the third course, which will be recorded towards the end of August. I've got the okay to work on the fourth course, which will be later in the year, and I'm working on the proposal. I'm working on the proposal for the fifth course to be done later this year as well. So, like, I'm going to go from being an unknown in the LinkedIn learning space to having 5 courses in about 15 months, which is exhausting. But
Yes.
it is so cool to see how they piece courses together, how they approach it from a production standpoint. And, you know, it's really forced me to think about what information do I need to. So I think it's made me a better, you know, speaker, a better presenter, facilitator,
Sure.
because I have to think about, like, okay, I need to convey a key piece of information, and I have, you know, 3 minutes to do it, which is
Right.
effectively, like, I've got 300 words.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like to, at the beginning, as you might be able to tell, when I'm doing keynotes and stuff, I like to tell stories. Well, I can't do a big story to lead in. It's got to be, like, quick. So, you know, it's just very different in the way that it's being put together. So, but it's been fascinating, and I think, you know, I'm going to be much better, much more succinct, which will allow me to ultimately, I think, deliver more value
Mm.
to the learner. So, it's been really, really cool so far. I think we're just under 7,000 people have viewed the first course,
Wow. That's exciting.
which is, like, again, I can't believe 7,000 people care. Um, but yeah, and so I mean, Judy, can I answer? Are we
Yeah, go
answering
ahead.
questions as we
Yeah.
go? Cool.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you the titles and the release dates of any of the others. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. But course number 1 was called Business Analysis Foundations Enterprise. Came out in February, and like, really proud of it. Um, and yeah, it was a totally different experience, like reading from a teleprompter, and, like, going through the product, setting up the lighting, and, like, it was just because everything was done remotely.
Sure.
So it's a really cool experience. I will probably slow down a little bit because
Yeah.
5 in 1 year is too much. But it's a really cool experience, and, like, you know, and then being able to connect with people like Jamie, like Angela Wick,
Sure.
Scott Helmers is on there, and I
Yeah.
know he was at BBC too. There's a lot of great people to connect with and learn from, and even those outside of the BA space, just being
Sure.
able to connect with them. And I did an office hours with Ruth Pierce,
Mm.
who is a burnout coach in the project
Mm.
management space.
Okay.
Like, it was just really, really cool, really cool community in the instructor community.
Yeah. I've seen Jamie's equipment, you know, online.
Yeah,
You know, it's really cool, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it's funny. Like I always forget to. I know Jamie does the behind the scenes,
yeah,
she does the selfie and like
yeah.
I always so in the first course we did the selfie and like whatever, but it was like we were done shooting and then it was like, oh, we should do this. For the second course, we completely forgot. Like I didn't take one picture. And
Mm.
and so I've been joking with like my producer and with the team, like I'm the one take wonder. Like
Mm.
I am
Oh,
prepared, my scripts are done, like I have practiced, I am ready to go, so that when it comes to the actual recording, it's like one take and I'm done. It's like put it in the can, you're good.
mm-hmm.
I think with the last course that we just recorded in June, I think we had one video out of like 28 that I had to do a take two.
Wow.
One take wonder, baby.
Mm.
So, but then like it's one take, but then they take it and then they start
Oh,
editing it
sure.
and like
Yeah,
they make it look good. I
yeah,
just say words. But
yes.
it was a really interesting. So I forgot to take any pictures at all because I
Oh
just
well.
we were that efficient.
The more you
So,
do it, you'll get
yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
So, what do you see as the most significant trend in business analysis in the next 5 years? Almost
Whoa.
everybody who's been on the show from the top 10 has answered this question the same way,
Really? Okay. Well,
including me.
all right. I mean, that's a huge question,
I
and
know.
I
I know.
think everyone's going to come at it from a different perspective.
Right.
I'm gonna echo the a quote from our friend Jared Garai,
Oh, okay.
where he says, and I love this quote: "Everybody does business analysis. It
Mm.
doesn't matter if you're a BA or not.
Right.
Everybody does business analysis."
Right.
And I took that when I did the first LinkedIn learning course, Business Analysis Foundations Enterprise.
Hmm.
When I did that course, I really thought about that. So, it wasn't just a course for BAs. It was a
Right.
course for anybody that is or wants to be involved more strategically in their company's operations, like
Hmm.
in what they do.
Right.
So, because so I think my hope is that that perspective is what grows. I
Yep.
so not that business analysis as a profession grows, but that there's a recognition that learning business analysis has value. And so, and I've been saying this for a long time,
Hmm. Right.
you need to get this business analysis thinking, the mindset, into the leaders,
Hmm.
because that's how you actually are going to bring positive change. So that's my, like, originally I was saying, BAs need to move into leadership, but you can actually attack it from a different perspective if you say
Right.
that you need to get the leaders to learn business
Right.
analysis. They don't have to become, CBAPs or certified, but they need to understand
Yes.
the mindset stuff. So I think that will continue. But I think we're going to see changes in agile. I think we're going to see changes in a lot of different ways, but I think ultimately the mindset is what's going to stick around. And that's, I know that's something that a lot of our peers think. I know it was sort of central to the video, that because I wasn't at BBC, but I was in a video with our boy Fabricio
Yep.
on his, into the multiverse, where it's like it's about mindset. And I
Sure.
think that's the thing that needs to sort of grow. So my hope is that is the
Right.
trend.
And
Yeah.
I've had both the mindset people on the show, Fabricio and Eula.
Right.
And so I've heard about the mindset that, I totally agree with it. Uh,
Hmm.
the prevalent comment was that the title of business analyst may go down and not be as common, which really
Maybe.
it doesn't matter what they call you. I agree. Everybody's a business analyst.
Yeah.
I
I've never had
realize.
that title.
Oh,
Like, I've
yeah.
never,
Okay.
never
Right.
had that
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Exactly. Paula Bell said the same thing when she was on my
yeah.
show. Never been called a business analyst, but she is
Right.
one.
Right.
I realized that when I started at the company in the 1980s, I was doing business analysis and project management.
Right.
It took me a while to realize, yeah, that's what I was doing. I have to chuckle at your quote about the 7 deadliest words in business because
Yeah.
I say something that's very similar. It's called TWWHADI, the
Okay.
way we have always done it. And
Right.
those words just make me crazy,
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's exhausting. Like,
Yes, it is.
oh, we
It is
can't
exhausting.
do that. Or the flip side to that is that'll never work here.
Yeah,
Like,
it,
how do you know?
right.
Oh,
If
well,
Yeah,
it'll never work
yeah.
here. Have
I would
you?
always
Have you
challenge
tried?
that because if you had a reason, explain it.
Right.
Oh no.
Use data.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly. The
I'm
other
with you,
thing
Judy.
that were mentioned, yeah, exactly. The other things that were mentioned were um, that, and I feel this way too. I think that cybersecurity and
Sure.
data are the two that are going to really, grow um, in popularity with BAs.
I mean, yes, like, I agree. I think it's just a matter of the recognition that
Right,
these have a role to play, right?
right,
The
exactly.
cybersecurity has always been an issue.
That's
It's just
everybody's problem.
right, right.
I was
So,
hacked a couple of years ago, so
oh, okay,
I can understand.
yeah,
But
yeah. So I
hi,
mean, I
John.
think
Hi, Fabrizio. Our buddy's on.
so. I think what you're telling me, Judy, is I'm the first one to not give the same answer as everybody else. And I don't know whether that's
No,
good or bad. Like, I mean, I'll take it
I
because
not the exact answer, but
hmm,
you know, Fabrizio and Eula, of course, talked about the BA mindset as would be
yeah,
expected. But
which is important, right? Like
you
even
know,
so let's continue with this because a lot of what I do looks sort
uh
of
huh,
strategically and long term.
uh huh,
So the title of business analyst goes away.
mm-hmm.
Like, does that actually change anything?
No,
Because a lot of us already have this mindset. Like,
right.
I actually think that, like, agile, this is going to be controversial. I'm bringing some controversy to
All right,
optimistic night.
cool.
I think agile as a discipline is going to go away.
Mm,
Um, but agile as a mindset will not,
okay.
because I think it's going to go the same way that, like, Lean Six Sigma did.
Oh yeah.
Like, Lean Six Sigma was very in vogue when it was happening at GE and Jack Welch and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was very, 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 very cool, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
But the things, the tools, the techniques, the mindset that work are still around,
Mm-hmm.
right? Maybe you don't call it Lean Six Sigma, maybe you call it something else. But,
Mm-hmm.
like, the mindset that and the things that worked about it stayed. The dogmatic approach went away. So I can almost see that same thing happening with agile. The good stuff about agile and agility will stay, but agile as a discipline may fall out of favor. And it'll
Right.
be replaced by something else, the next shiny thing.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. So you're passionate about enterprise analysis.
yes,
Why?
to me it is fat, and this is another I'll share another quote from a mutual friend of ours, from Danelkas. Once you do enterprise analysis, it's hard to go to take that step back and just focus
Yep.
on a single project,
Yep.
because you're seeing, like, the whole. I described in the LinkedIn learning course, I described it as, you know you are looking down on a table with a 1,000-piece puzzle, and all of the pieces are moving around the table, and some of them are on fire, and it's up to you to figure out how to put the puzzle together. So, to me, it's a very cool perspective on the organization, because it gives you that very, very strategic, high level view. And it's important because, if you're focused on a particular project, and BAs are good at this, but I think business people aren't. We tend to go and seek out, all perspectives. Business people, I think, get very micro focused, and they put their blinders on. It's like, I've got a problem to solve, and I need to fix it. And if they don't have that same enterprise view, they can end up solving their problem, but creating a problem upstream or downstream.
Exactly.
And where that becomes problematic is like, oh, cool, I just did this thing that saved me $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But if you did it by creating a $5 million problem
Mm-hmm.
downstream, you've actually you were better off living with your pain. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so not having that appreciation for the
Yeah.
whole puzzle is what gets us into a lot of trouble. And so that's where I like to play up there, where I can see everything and see how it all fits together. As Fabrizio said, it's we sort of coined the term in a I don't know when we did it, but the Eye of Agamotto analysis, that the mind, was it the Mind Stone? No, the Time Stone that Doctor Strange has.
Okay. Yeah.
Where like he can see all these different perspectives in the scenarios, and then pick the right one. So it's
Okay.
that idea. So
Okay.
yeah, so that, I mean, for me, it's exciting, because like
Oh
you're
yeah.
actually engaging in
I agree.
yeah. So yeah, so it's just cool, Judy. It's just cool.
Okay. I'm gonna pop in here for a minute. We have some questions in the chat, and we will get to that in the last 10 minutes of the show.
Sure.
Just to allow things to go as planned.
Yeah.
Bianca always wants me on a script, and I know I'm surprised you actually do scripts for LinkedIn. No, I'm not surprised.
I would not
know.
feel comfortable freewheeling that.
I know, exactly.
But here's just to go back to that question. The way that I write is I actually don't write. Like I just do stream of consciousness into voice to text, and then I go and edit it. But like you get a lot of my speech patterns and mannerisms into those. But yeah, no, it's I would not want to improv that.
I'm gonna propose something, only because we have Amy here.
Sure.
And I feel like you do. I just want to go to a conference, give a subject, maybe not, and then just start talking. I don't even care if I have slides. So I think that Amy should have you and me do a keynote where there's no subject, no slides.
So that is a thing, though. I don't know if you know this. So I think it's called PowerPoint roulette or something like that.
Oh.
Where you get slides, and you have to and you get them 10 minutes before you have to present them.
Okay.
So I've been asking Amy, because I can't wait to get to the Q&A. I've been asking Amy if I can just do a session of Q&A.
I know.
And she keeps saying no. Yeah. And you know what? She's right, because like,
well, I don't know. Did you hear her like faint across town? Or?
No, but like,
I'm just teasing.
But like, I love doing Q&A. So I have a lot of fun doing it. I would to do that for an hour. It'd be awesome.
Teasing her. I noticed she's not replying to us. So.
So I mean, I see Jen Bedell's here. We did that, Jen and I.
Oh, when you did
we did the blockchain
presentation.
Yeah, it was magical.
Yeah.
But it was it was the most glorious train wreck.
Yeah,
but it was so memorable.
Yep.
That like Jen and I were chatting about this recently, and like that's the thing that brought us together is that presentation, which was completely outside. Like we found out that morning, you're presenting on blockchain at 1:00. What?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. So
Yep, exactly. Jen Bedell is on our show,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I would like to announce that I just recently appointed Jen Bedell to the IIBA Global Chapter Council team
Hey,
as the regional deputy director for the Northeast region. So
amazing. Jen
there you
Bedell.
go. Yeah.
Well done. Good stuff, guys. Love it.
Now,
Jen is awesome.
yeah, she
Yeah.
is. She shares my sense of humor too, so that's important.
Yes. It's that
Um,
East Coast humor. They're
there
a
you
weird
go.
bunch out there.
Yeah. So, share something about your business or services. It's time for you to self promote.
Oh, wow. So I mean, everything runs through my website that's at the bottom there, vincentmirabelli.com. I've got a bunch of online courses that people can take. There's a few that are up right now. There's Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt, all self-directed. Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt that you can take. Green Belt should be available soon, but it's just time. There's a course called The Essentials of Enterprise Analysis, which I launched at the beginning of the pandemic because I think I was afraid of missing an audience. So I'm like, I need
Yeah.
to do something. So Essentials of Enterprise Analysis. There's one called Lean Six Sigma for Business Analysts and Project Managers, which is it was my first ever online course. So it looks a little different, but it's still a lot of useful stuff. And then there's a course that I'm doing with Jamie Champagne called The Modern Business Analyst, and it's a monthly sort of coaching check-in where people can join and engage with us and ask us questions and like help us. So basically, you get to like pick our brains for an hour, and the videos are recorded, and that's that's sort of there as well. In addition, I mean, I do a lot of keynotes. I've got a keynote coming up that I don't know if I can announce yet because it hasn't come, but I'm doing a super secret IIBA chapter keynote in September that I'm like so excited about. It's a brand new keynote. And you know what? I don't want to. I wish I could say more, but I don't know if I can. But look out for
Thought
that
I
because
saw your name somewhere on some conference.
did you? Okay, because I'm not doing a lot of them.
No.
I'm actually taking a little bit of a step back from speaking this year as I'm sort of ramping up. But I am doing a bunch of stuff with Project World in the fall. I'm going to be in Boston. I'm going to be in Toronto. I'll be in DC, and I'll be in Chicago. And
Okay.
then yeah.
We
So
will
check me
see
out.
each other on the
I
last.
saw that you're there, Judy. I
Yeah.
saw that you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Hopefully the
Yeah.
third time Toronto will get there in person, but
Yeah. I mean,
we'll see. Yeah.
I'll be there because like
Yeah. Well, yeah, you
that's
don't
the
have far to walk.
hometown. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, like
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I've been a little bit quiet. You probably have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm expecting some things to ramp back up
Yeah.
toward in about a month. Analysts after work will be back.
Okay.
I will be doing more office hours. Just I wasn't in the right headspace to do it,
No,
and
I
I'm
understand.
getting there. I'm getting there because
Yeah.
there's some stuff.
Do please let me know what time slot you're going to do analysts after work,
Oh
because
yeah.
I'm not naive enough to think that I can go against you with optimistic bites.
Judy.
I'd be talking to myself.
It's not competition though. Like
No, but that's your show has a little more fun aspect.
Well, there's drinking, so like
Yeah, I know. That's
So,
yeah. So that's one thing.
so we'll talk. I won't
Yeah.
okay. Cut you out.
Wonderful.
And like
Wonderful.
I'm not here to destroy your show.
No.
There's room for both of
Obviously
us.
not if you took time out to appear.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have some questions.
Yeah.
What is your perspective on enterprise analysis versus enterprise architecture versus business architecture? And they don't have their names, so.
Yeah. So, and I get this question a lot. For me, the architecture, I like to just, so enterprise architecture and business architecture are similar, but it depends on how you approach them. So business architecture might just be like capabilities. Enterprise architecture might be capabilities, but including a little bit of the intangible stuff as well. For me, the enterprise analysis is actually like, so that, and architecture is like the skeleton, it's the pieces, it's the bones, it's the structure. But the enterprise analysis is what sort of puts some context to it. It's about, knowing the bigger picture and understanding that it's not just like capabilities in and of themselves are not indicative of the culture of an organization. So to me, enterprise analysis incorporates organizational culture, organizational design, incorporates that sort of like the human behavior stuff that I don't think is really captured in enterprise architecture and in business architecture. So I would say that's the difference. It brings the human element to the architecture piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jen had a comment earlier about when you were talking about the enterprise analysis and
Yeah.
things. She said, "Or you could solve the wrong problem."
Right. And exactly, right. She's bang
Hopefully
on.
you do enough elicitation that of requirements that you get the problem right, because
you hope so, but Judy, I mean, it actually,
I know.
like, and this, right? Like, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but like some projects just shouldn't exist. So it's
Exactly.
actually doing that level of analysis where it's like, why are we even doing this at all? Not are we eliciting the right requirements? It's like, what value does this actually bring? And should we should we kill it? Should this thing go away? Right.
Yeah.
So,
I've
got lots of examples of those, but I can't share them yet.
Well, but I killed 2 projects in my lifetime.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
I was like,
that.
no,
Yeah.
I said, this is stupid. We're not ready to do it, and everybody, oh yeah, that probably does make sense,
Right. Beautiful.
Okay. So, Patrick says,
Yes.
missed the beginning, but had a question for Vince. What do you think the next step in business? I don't know if he means business analyst or business analysis. I'm guessing business analysis. In other words, what is beyond?
Well, Patrick, my friend, hopefully I'm beyond at BA and Beyond 2023. Let's talk about that. But what is beyond? So yeah, I think it's back to our earlier discussion, right? Like I think there's a need for business analysis as a mindset to permeate business, and I think organizations that do that will ultimately be successful. I think the ones that resist it may struggle a bit because COVID has changed the game. Like you're going to need that focus on value, that focus on the analysis piece. So that's what I think. That's what I think goes beyond. But again, Patrick, hopefully I'm beyond next year. That was way more of a shameless plug than my shameless plug earlier. Like,
yeah, I know.
Bring me to the Netherlands and Belgium, please. I want to be there.
I guess I might suffice being there virtually. I don't know. Haven't figured out 2023 yet. Need to get through the rest of 2022. But yeah,
absolutely. I mean, me neither. But like, I know. I saw Philip posted the dates.
Yeah, I did.
Yesterday, which is exciting because I think it was in May. So works. Yep, that works, exactly. Man. Let's talk.
Okay. So Patrick also said, I think he was giving a title for a no script presentation. Ask me anything.
The AMA, which is this format, right? Like, exactly. and I've been doing office hours on LinkedIn Learning.
Oh yeah,
like, it's the same. It's the same, right? It's like, here I am. You can ask me anything you want.
Right.
And we'll answer them for you. Like,
exactly.
So
yeah.
So yeah.
That's that's the key.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, exactly. Let's
We got one
see.
at the bottom there.
Yeah, I know. I was just kind of reading the other things. Exciting times ahead, Vince. Fabrizio, BA and Beyond Rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. And Fabrizio made a comment. The delay here is bigger than in YouTube.
Yeah,
We
I
do
guess.
live stream to YouTube if that's where
Yeah.
you prefer to watch it. Facebook and LinkedIn Live. So
Yeah.
many options.
Yeah.
We hear the phrases data driven, values driven. What drives you? And that's must be Tina. I don't know which Tina. I'm not going to make a mistake. I think it's
Yeah.
Christina Lovelock.
Oh, Tina Lovelock. Yeah, Tina. What drives me? Oh man, we're gonna have to get philosophical here. For me, one of the things that I strive to do is and this comes from like lean thinking. Leave things better than you found them. And so that's one of the things that I try to do um is to share what I know so that the world is better than if I hadn't shared it. It's really focused on building a legacy of just good and putting good out into the world. So like that's to me that's the thing that drives me personally is just wanting to make things better. Um and and yeah, I mean that's drive for with everything. Like with everything. I'm gonna end on a downer there. I just took it way down. But
No,
like
I
it's good.
would.
It's good, but
Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
I would agree with your answer.
Yeah.
My thing is I like to do two things. I really want to um, make at least one or two people laugh every day because people take themselves too
Mm.
seriously. And I
Mhm.
certainly
Mhm.
don't take myself very seriously at all. So the optimistic BA, that was a name ready for me. The other thing
Mhm.
is, as a leader, I want to leave a legacy that I really cared about my people and that a lot of what I did
Yeah.
was for them. And I've had a lot of leadership opportunities that a lot of people haven't had. And it really made me a much better BA. And so that's what I hope to do is my legacy is that
Yeah.
you laugh when you think of me and my antics. And Fabrizio says business driven is the outcome of the BA mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right. It's just that oddly enough, that's not the thing that drives me. It's that value.
No.
It's the delivering value, right? Which I mean, at the end of the day, it still delivers business value, but
Right.
it's just about
Right.
it's about making things better, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's right.
building a better mousetrap. It's built like it's figuring out a better
Yep.
way to do something. Like it's
Exactly.
yeah. So
Exactly. You talked about lean earlier, and I have to laugh because
yeah.
when they gave us a class on lean, the first thing they did was send us a 150-page PDF. I go, oh, this is good. 150
Right.
pages of,
Right.
just the humor was
Right.
not lost on me. I'm like, oh,
Right.
please. But
There is I mean there is a lot to learn though, Judy. Like
oh,
I will so I
I
mean
totally agree.
I'm a Lean Six Sigma master black belt.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
my books when I
yeah,
go through training is probably
yeah.
and you like you can't see for
Oh,
scale
I know.
and for the US
Yeah,
audience, it's about a foot high. Like
yeah.
picture I have a picture of my stack
Oh, yeah.
of learning material against a venti Starbucks and like
Yep.
it's just it's beyond.
Exactly. Yeah.
There is a lot to learn. Now, if you're just getting like a 1 day course, yeah, 150 pages
Right.
is way too much. But
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
I went and did, 8
Yeah.
weeks of
Exactly.
training and like it's intense. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, alas, we are almost at time. I really want to thank everyone who joined our show today. Most of all, I want to thank my cohort here, Vince. And I'm sure we all look forward to the return of Analysts After Work. And I don't know exactly. There's going to be a little bit of a pause, I believe, on the top 10 BAs. There may be one that gets interviewed in August. I'm unsure what we're going to do in the next couple of weeks, but we will let you know. And we shall return with trying to do once or twice a month, probably in August, if not September. So thank you for joining, and please keep your glass at least half full until we meet again. And Amy and Jen, please don't call us for bail money, but have a fun trip. I couldn't resist that, Vince.
No, there you go. You just hit your quota of people laughing. You're good.
Good night and good evening, or wherever you're from, or have a good day. Bye.